What is up, lads? It's CMG here. Right then, so for today's Overwatch talk video, there needs to be some discussions as to what is going to happen with this game next month, because we all know what is coming up next month, and I'm not just talking about the Lunar New Year 2021 event. That's right, chaps, we've got BlizzCon Online coming up, or Blizzconline, or whatever they're calling this. Now, this being the case, because as you probably know, BlizzCon was cancelled for November last year because, well, you know, what's been going on in the world lately. Now, the one thing that is interesting about BlizzConline in particular is that supposedly this is the only ever time we will probably get any new information about what myself and everybody else is chomping at the bit over. That's right, Overwatch 2. Now, if you remember, way back in November 2019, we got to see a large dose of what Overwatch 2 would be bringing to the game. Things such as a brand new fleshed out PvE mode that would push the overall story, because that's exactly what we need right now, lore. We also got to see fresh new overall designs for some of the heroes, including Mei. We also saw that really amazing animated short outlining the current conflict going on, again, pushing the story more, letting us know exactly what is going on. We also got some overall quality of life changes as well, such as a brand new HUD system, and also, more importantly, new maps for PvP, and also potentially new heroes. We did see some slight showing of Sojourn as well, so of course we already know that she's going to be showing up at some point. But I mean, what else is there exactly? Well, we don't know right now. We've kind of been left in the dark a little with this, because Blizzard have, well, they've gone dark, you know? They're not telling us a whole lot. They're just keeping everything quiet this whole time, while they continue to dish out all of the usual events that happen every year, plus the mini events and all these great looking skins to keep us going for a while. All of that happened in 2020. I mean, it was a pretty quiet year for us, 2020. You know, a lot of sources seem to believe that the reason for Overwatch 2's delay is due to, well, what's been going on in the world lately, and everyone at Blizzard has had to work from home, thus making development a lot slower. I mean, it does make a little bit of sense when you think about it. Of course, there was that Overwatch art book that showed up on Amazon recently as well, if you remember, that had a release date for, what was it? October 15th, 2021, called The Art of Overwatch, with that blurb that read, "Sneak peek at Overwatch 2. Now, some people seem to believe that Overwatch 2 won't be coming out until mid-2022. Now, if that is the case, we have a long wait ahead of us. Now, if 2021 ends up being another year of just events, skins, mini-events, and tiding us over like 2020 was, you know, I don't know, like, I'm kind of worried, because we're going to end up in a situation where more games get released, more games get announced, you know, assuming stuff like E3, State of Play, you know, State of Play happens monthly, not just yearly, you know, and stuff like Gamescom happen, providing everything is done online and not on stage, you know, because of obvious reasons. And because Overwatch isn't updating their game because of frequent delays, you know, the game is going to fade into obscurity somewhat. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't believe Overwatch is going to die out or anything. We are nowhere near that situation. Overwatch has just over 30 to 40 million players worldwide right now. I believe that is including us console players, if not that's a lot more. I mean, well, the PC base is obviously the outstanding community in Overwatch, you know, if you understand that. But yeah, I'm worried about the overall planning of things coming out. And if 2021 ends up being a year of just events and, you know, just the bare minimum, then it's going to be another disappointing year for Overwatch, in my opinion. Now, at the moment, as far as playing Overwatch is concerned, let's talk about that for a moment, because I've got a lot to say. I honestly think that right now it's kind of frustrating, because much as I've spent a lot of evenings in the game, playing as many games as possible, it kind of gets a little stale very quickly, and especially when I end up going on a lot of lose streaks because teammates simply aren't working together. You know, at this point, like 5 games without a win, I get really frustrated, and then I start to suffer from, well, burnout. We all know what burnout is, right? So then I tell myself, well, why don't I just play one more game and then I just call it a day? Because, you know, I don't like ending a session on a bad note. I like to end with a win, then I stop playing. That's kind of like a really important rule that I have for me, like all the time. So then, for some stupid reason, I lose, I don't know, 5 more games on the trot before I finally win one, and then I stop. But then I still have this bad case of burnout on top of my head. Now, there is a cure for this burnout, for me, and that is in conjunction with what one of my New Year's resolution was a month ago, and that is to play other games. Because Overwatch has just been there, overwhelming everything that I play for the past 5 years. Now, recently, I don't know if you've been looking at my Twitter lately, but I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact, which has really grabbed mine and a lot of others' attention as a free-to-play game that has pretty much blown up in the last few months with MiHoYo's roadmaps and monthly updates, events, character additions, all the rest of it. It's been absolutely brilliant over there. I mean, I've made a couple of videos recently as well, and I did say that there will be videos dotted around on the channel for that game, so, you know, keep your eyes peeled for those. I've even played games like Persona 5. Yeah, I have been playing that game because I love my anime. And of course, Cyberpunk 2077, a game that, well, it already has its own problems, and I won't get into that because it's not what I cover on this channel. But this is what I was saying about new games coming into the limelight, new games getting announced. You know, Overwatch really needs to get a move on, in my opinion, because, you know, 12 months is a long time for people to have to wait for something to come out. And if us Overwatch fans are going to sit there for another 12 months until something is announced or coming out as such, we're going to get frustrated, and thus a majority of us are going to move on to new things. So that leads me to another question that I want to ask myself in this video. What do I want to see at BlizzCon next month? And my answer to this is pretty simple. Obviously, I want to see more of what Overwatch 2 can offer. I want to see what the gameplay mechanics are like, what the PvE is like to play from a gameplay standpoint. Now, I know we got to see top YouTubers in 2019 go over to BlizzCon and play some of it over streams, you know, but that was just a small mission, you know, similar to what we've gotten during the Archives events, if you remember those, you know, Uprising and Retribution and Storm Rising, those events, those missions that we had to do. That was PvE, and those were like very, very short little bursts of missions that we could do for maybe 2 weeks, and then it goes, and then we have to wait another year for something else. You know, surely there's some more fleshed out things that Blizzard are chomping at the bit to show us, and I really, really do hope they show us some of that. The other thing I want to see is at least another hero being announced. Now, I know that Jeff Kaplan has already said in an interview with Stylosa that after Echo, there will be no more heroes being added to the game, to Overwatch 1. But I mean, you know, sometimes we say these things, and current goings on in the world, such as you know what, you know, that sort of happens, and sometimes we have to change our plans. So if you do plan to release Overwatch 2 in 2022, and we haven't had a new hero in the game since, what, March 2020, I believe? That was when Echo came out. The least we could have is a new hero to play with and get hyped over while Overwatch 2 is still being worked on. It would at least give the community some tools to mess around with. The only reason I say about a new hero is because we all saw what could happen, especially when Blizzard dropped Kanazaka as a new map recently. And not only this, we managed to get some vital backstory about that area, potentially talking about what this new Fox hero would be, you know, that's connected with Hanzo and Genji and all of this good stuff. So yeah, being Overwatch fans right now is pretty frustrating, boring, annoying. But I really, really hope that at some point Blizzard will do something about this. And look, you know, the current goings on at the moment is out of our hands. So whatever we've decided to plan, we have to sort of like work around. There has to be some kind of workaround to give the community something to do, because we cannot wait another year. It can't possibly be another year of no Overwatch 2 and just some little bits here and there. Look, even if we have like some developer updates from Jeff Kaplan talking about new stuff, talking about new skins, maybe new heroes coming out, maybe new stuff, just to get us hyped over something, to get us talking about things. Because, you know, I totally agree with what Stylosa said in his video quite recently, when us content creators, we look at our content that we've done over the past few months and we see what works and what doesn't work. That's all well and good, and I appreciate that Stylosa said that, and I totally agree with him. I really, really do. It makes me look at my own content, and it makes me look at all the stuff that I've been talking about. And, you know, it frustrates me to a point where I just don't know what to do in a video, and it's just like, oh my god, I've been 4 days without a video, what do I talk about? Because Overwatch just doesn't give us anything to talk about. And if it's going to be like this for 2021, then god, I don't know what the hell. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you want to see at Blizzconline going forward? And what do you want to see? Do you want to see a new hero? Do you want to see more maps? Do you want to see more game modes? Maybe push. Remember that? The new game mode that got announced back in 2019. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but yeah, there's a new game mode push that could be announced. Maybe it becomes added to Overwatch 1 and then we get to see more maps. Maybe Overwatch 2 comes... We don't know this. We don't know because we're not being told anything, essentially. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section down below. What do you want to see at BlizzCon? What do you want to see in Overwatch 2 as far as that's concerned? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at ChrisMod9. Check me out on all of my social medias. That'll be in the description box down below. Check me out on my Discord server as well, and click on the notification bell if you want to be updated with any videos that I intend to do in the future. Have a great day, have a great life, be nice to your fellow gamers, because we are all human beings. I have been CMG, and until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.